What's going on, guys? It's Salvajee. I'm back with another Anthem Minutes. So tomorrow I have an advanced Interceptor guide dropping, so be on the lookout for that. And then on Wednesday I'm going to be, of course, sharing with you guys the news of the Wednesday live stream for Anthem. In this Anthem Minute, I'm going to be discussing some community topics, by the way. Not really any news from Bioware, just want to let you guys know. Also, we're going to be discussing a very in-depth community survey for Anthem Survey. Also, when it comes down to the live stream, this Reddit user basically said this upcoming live stream better make or break Anthem, because if not, a lot of players are going to be quitting if, of course, the major concerns don't really get addressed. The funny thing is, the top post says, pretty sure I've seen this post before every live stream, and I absolutely agree with that person, because every single live stream that they've done basically for the past 2 weeks, players have been hoping for some sort of changes or news when it comes down to the progression in Anthem, and we basically haven't gotten any news when it comes to progression at all whatsoever. And for the most part, a lot of things when it comes down to the progression side of things have just been ignored. I know that for a fact, because I have asked a lot of questions on Anthem live streams before about progression and loot, and they always basically just dodge those questions. Look, I just want to get a legendary like this one right here. This is from another Reddit user. This legendary is Grandmaster 3 worthy, right? This legendary has 375% extra damage, 150% weapon ammo, and negative 35% weapon recoil, which means the weapon is going to have less recoil and it's going to be better for the medium to long ranges. That right there, my friends, is how legendaries should be about 85 to honestly 90% of the time, or 80 to 90% of the time, because sometimes we get legendaries with 200% more damage that, if you've been playing Grandmaster 3 a lot, you know that a weapon with 200% more damage isn't going to do anything to Grandmaster 3 enemies, because of course they have a ton of health. But anyways, enough about that. Let's get straight into this Anthem survey. So the first question: have you played Anthem for longer than 1 hour? And 98% of people answered yes. I don't really know what was the point of this question, unless this person was asking, do you play Anthem for more than 1 hour every single day, right? Anyways, whatever. The point is, there's a lot of people that play Anthem for more than 1 hour, and yeah, I absolutely see eye to eye on them, because sometimes I play Anthem for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, all that stuff. Now, when it comes down to the people that participated in the survey, there was 1,000+ people participating on it, and according to this poll right here, except for Anthem, how much experience have you had with other looter shooters? A lot of people basically voted that they have experience in looter shooters. 45% voted for a lot, 33% voted for quite a bit, and 14% voted for some. And when it comes down to the looter based games that they've played, a lot of people have been playing Destiny, a lot of people have been playing Borderlands, and some people have also been playing The Division as well as Warframe. 82% of people have played Destiny, man. That just goes to show how much of an impact Destiny made on the looter shooter community. How many bugs have you experienced in Anthem? 20% of people voted many, including hardware affecting bugs, and 49% of people just voted for many. Just goes to show that Anthem does have a lot of bugs, but honestly, I'm not really too concerned on that. I think as time passes, Bioware is going to be able to sort of take out those bugs, or squash those bugs, I guess you could say. How many other people do you actively play Anthem with? This is actually really important. I wanted to put this on the survey. 500 people actually answered this question, but 39% of people voted for 6+ people. 21% of people voted for 3 people, and 25% of people voted for 2 people or more. So they play with 2 people or more. That's actually crazy, right? Because I don't play with anyone anymore. All of the people that I played Anthem with, they basically just quit Anthem, so that sucks. Are you currently in a clan or guild? 88% of the people voted that they are not in a clan or guild, which honestly I don't really blame them, because there's not really a guild system in Anthem yet, and even if there was, how would we communicate, right? Hopefully we can get some text chat in the future, maybe. How would you rate the current developer feedback for Anthem? So basically, this is a post that, this is a poll that basically asks players how the developers are communicating. A lot of people voted for 1 and 2. You guys have to keep in mind that Bioware is actually hard at work, so that's why they're probably not engaging as much with the community. Also, in my opinion, guys, I'm very vocal about the positive and negative sides of this community, right? in my opinion, man, every time that a developer says something, players just cry about something else, right? That's just what I've seen, and also from my experience, right? Like, if they tell us we're gonna add new strongholds, I'm gonna be like, what about progression, right? And maybe progression is something that they can't talk about, right? I'm not afraid to admit that. How would you rate the current loot system? So this one is great. All right, I'm really glad that a lot of people actually participated on this poll. From a 1 out of 5, 0.5% of players voted for a 5. In other words, 5 is like the loot system is amazing. 19 players voted for 4, 1.8%. But here's the funny thing, 590 people voted that the loot system is terrible. 311 people voted for 2, that the loot system is bad. And then, of course, 133 players, 12.6%, voted that the loot system is 3. So basically average. You know, it just goes to show, man, how many casual Anthem players are on YouTube. Because sometimes I take a look at my comment section and I see all these players talking about all the legendary, all the good loot that they're getting, right? And I'm like, shit, man, like, am I in the minority here? Am I the only one that thinks that the loot system in this game is bad? Apparently, I'm not in the minority, right? I guess I'm part of the majority. So that's actually pretty good. How would you rate the community based on toxicity? A lot of people put 3. Basically, the average is 3, 4, and 5 was basically on the highest numbers, with 3, of course, being the highest. Honestly, yeah. I actually kind of knew this was going to happen. When there's a lot of negativity on a game, the community does tend to get a little bit toxic. That's basically what happened to Fortnite Save the World, specifically with the AFK problem. And I don't really think that even after Anthem improves as a game, that community toxicity is going to improve, because, you know, from what I've seen with Fortnite Save the World, once that toxic community is established, it's just really hard to sort of get it out. And hopefully, I don't know, hopefully that changes with Anthem, but we'll see. How would you rate the current optimization for Anthem for PC? A lot of players voted number 3, so basically average. I actually kind of agree. Anthem does take me a while to actually close properly, but at least it finally closes properly. Because in the past, I would have to always close Anthem with Task Manager. And also, yeah, sometimes I get like 50 to 40 frames, which is good. Because in the past, I would get 24 to 30 frames in combat, and I have a 1066 gigabyte. Like, that's a pretty decent graphics card. Anyways, how would you rate the cosmetics based on appearance and how they look? The winning vote was 2 and 3. So a lot of people are sort of in the middle when it comes down to cosmetics. We just sort of need a little bit of more cosmetics. How much longer do you think you will be paying Anthem on an active scale? 52% of players said already quit, 19% of players are considering quitting, and 16% of players are considering to not quit anytime soon. I would probably say I am on 16.9%, you know, on the players that are not quitting anytime soon. Hopefully, of course, we get that progression system with this upcoming update, though. Please, Bioware. What are your views on Anthem? The last question. 35% voted looking amazing. Okay. I guess they're talking about graphics, maybe? 33% voted looks concerning. 12% voted looks horrible. So anyways, those are the results for this poll. But this just in, breaking news before I was about to render this video. Bioware is hiring people to redesign Anthem's loot and reward system, as well as its items. Wow. That's kind of crazy. I mean, you know, you have been getting pages upon pages upon pages of feedback when it comes down to the loot and progression system, Bioware. Maybe you should, you know, look at those Reddit posts. That's kind of awkward. It says here that they're looking for a Bioware senior systems designer. Bioware is looking for a creative and passionate senior system designer with experience in loot systems to join our studio in either Austin or Edmonton to work on our newest IP Anthem, building a truly great server-side loot system that is scalable, has modern concepts like streak breaking, and easily modifiable data formats. A great loot system ensures that players have predictable experience that can be measured with data. That is 100% true. I just want a loot system that I know if I'm going to play Anthem for about 3 hours, that I'm going to be able to advance my build by, I don't know, maybe 20 to 30%, for example. But that's pretty much it for this Anthem Minute, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's pray that this upcoming Anthem livestream has some changes to progression. But considering that they are trying to hire people for the loot system, it seems that this upcoming livestream might not have any news to the progression system of Anthem. So that sucks, but I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. And remember, all of the things I talked about on this video are linked in the description.